Riverside.
Riverside.
Hey there. Welcome in. As you guys can tell, Gorp is off this week for Christmas.
Crumbles.
But we have planned ahead. So whenever we are off or we're taking a week off for a holiday, we will have little segments called Getting to Know the Ingredients in the Bag when it comes to Gorp. So your first ingredient in the bag, as you can see, is Josh. And if I can do my best impression of Josh, I will say Gorp today stands for Go On, Righteous People. We will be getting inside the head of Mr. Joshua Berkeley.
It's very spacious in that head.
I thought the hair had to take up something, right? Like the roots, they go down so
Yeah, it's mostly, it's like 3 inches of hair before you get to skull. Yeah.
So, because we're going inside the head of Josh today, this is our pulling apparatus. It is not your typical interview. He is not just going to talk about himself. It is not a job interview.
I really hope I get the job, though.
It will be lovely and random. Josh's first topic. First question. Wow, this is really weird. What is your favorite chat topic?
Oh, dude, my favorite chat topics are hypotheticals that will never happen, and there's no reason to talk about them. Like, what were you? Would you rather have no arms and no legs? That kind of thing. Those are my favorite topics. Like, it's not really that original, but
no, I mean, like I've been in them with you before. You take these topics very seriously, even though they're insanely hypothetical.
They're important, but they do touch on some kind of psychological aspect. And then, really, in the end, the question is, what's more important to you? Whatever like, if you're in an apocalypse scenario, what do you bring? That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess that's kind of sort of a foundation for the show, kind of. I don't know. Okay. Depends on what we talk about.
Do you have a favorite one?
Well, my favorite, it's been hijacked, maybe because of the worldwide communal mind that we all share. But I thought I invented this. It was like, well, mine was a little more specific than most people's. But it's, okay, you're in a high school gym, basketball gym.
Yeah.
And the doors are locked. You're not getting out. You just have the general equipment that's around. And then
he said general, opens. Not genital, general.
Genital equipment. So jock straps, just a bunch of jock straps everywhere. No, but a portal opens, and through the portal flows an infinite fountain of, let's say, 4-year-olds or 4-year-olds. Now, these 4-year-olds have primal instincts only to kill you and eat you. Like, that's their job. It's the only thing they have. But the question is, in that scenario, how long do you last? Or more specifically, how many 4-year-olds do you brutally murder with your bare hands before you get overtaken?
Yeah. Okay, or a bleacher if you manage to rip a bleacher off, right? If you manage to rip a bleacher off, how many can you take out?
Yeah, and my favorite answer to that was a good friend of mine, rest in peace. He said, "I will never die," and his strategy was he would start off with maybe kill about 30 to 100. And now he's making a pile like in 300, like a wall pile of bodies. And
4-year-olds.
Then he makes, a campfire, and he's like roasting them and eating them. And like he makes an igloo of 4-year-old bodies, and he just lives there forever.
How did he make the fire? Rubbing bones together?
Yep. Bones. I don't know.
Heyo. All right. So, let's see here. What is question number 2? Favorite way to get lost. What is your favorite way to get lost?
Oh, man. Where'd you get these questions? These are good. My favorite way to get lost is to do it intentionally. Lose your phone, or just like commit to not looking at your phone. Have, I don't know, $50 cash on you, and just be in a city type situation where you don't necessarily have a destination. Like, eventually you got to find a bed, but like, I love just being lost in a city somewhere and not worrying about where I'm going.
Does the size matter?
Nah, As long as I don't run out of road, you know.
Okay, gotcha. Well, road or buildings? Because I don't think you're going to run out of road, but maybe buildings.
Well, you know what I mean. Like once you hit country road,
Yeah.
you're out of road for walking, at least.
Gotcha.
First walking. That was a first on corn. It's over. Find an Uber.
You've answered Shel Silverstein's age-old question. Where does the sidewalk end? At the first stalk of corn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Question number 3. And I'm not going to do this the whole time because I will forget the number eventually. Ooh. What's your love language?
Ooh, baby girl. My love language is affection and quality time most often.
Okay.
I'm not really a big fan of worshiping that rubric, but if we're just going to go basically, yeah, that's what it is.
The rubric that wrote all of Stanley Kubrick's movies.
Oh my God, Mr. Sheffield. But no, I'm not a big fan of sticking to any one particular mode of understanding psychology. I don't know. Whatever. Shut up.
Okay. What's your favorite way for someone to express their love to you?
Oh, I mean, same thing. Quality time, affection. It's deeds. Oh,
Gotcha.
deeds is one of them too. So I have 3 love languages. That's already breaking the rules.
Okay. All right. What do you mean by deeds?
You know, like I did your laundry for you, or hey, I got some. I went ahead and did that little thing that you forgot, or here's a cake. You know.
Gotcha. Yeah. Now we're in a fight though. Now it's like, oh, you did my laundry. Now I'm gonna do your laundry twice.
Ooh. Yeah.
No, I just saw your underwear. Thought I'd fold them, ironed them too. Noticed you didn't iron mine when you did it, so I just doing a nice thing.
Gotta have that starch on your generals.
A little chafe action, maybe.
Taters.
All right. Next question. Your favorite food someone has made for you?
Oh, buddy.
Wow,
boy.
That's weird. Right off of Deeds.
Boy. Oh, boy. Someone one time made some pozole for me. It's my first time having pozole, and I fell in love. It's just such a nice comfort food. And it's really cool when you catch a comfort food that is not you weren't raised on it, but you instantly know, like, oh, I could just all day.
Yeah.
But all time is probably Mom's fried egg sandwich. It's really simple, but Mom made it, you know.
Yeah. Does it take you back to like a place in your head?
I guess. I don't know. Whatever. That's not a very podcasty answer, but
I'm getting real depressed. You talking about when I was broke about Mom made the 1 egg sandwich with the 1 egg.
Literally had a half egg between us. Yeah. I got the yellow.
It's the first time I ever saw a sandwich cut like a flag. Okay, right on. So, do you want to tell us who the person that made the pozole was?
No one in particular. I mean, a family friend. So it was for my family,
okay.
But it's because I'd never had it, so they brought it over. So that's cool.
Oh, okay. So it was like just special for you. It's like, hey, we know you've never had this food before, so we made it for you.
Yeah, it was wonderful. Okay. Harmony for life.
That and Mom's fried egg sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
On what kind of bread?
Any kind, but it was white.
All right. What album could you listen to forever?
Can we do a top 3? First is I'm not sure if you're
for every answer. You're like, let me do 3.
I'm not sure if you're a long-time listener or anything, but I mention Counting Crows like every time. So This Desert Life is a perfect album. Also among perfect albums is OK Computer by Radiohead. You can listen to that forever. And let's say, I don't know. Let's just do 2.
Just 2? What do you think? I remember you were really obsessed with Radiohead, and it was really perplexing to me. But you were like always adamant they're one of the best bands of all time.
They are one of the best bands. Well, OK Computer, as I mentioned, in the late 90s or early 2000s, Rolling Stone called it the #1 album of rock. #1 album
Of rock and roll.
of ever.
Didn't they
OK
also have
Computer.
the first ever music video too?
No,
Or no,
Radiohead's
was
not
that
not
video
that.
killed?
It was Adam Ant.
Video killed the radio.
Yeah.
Video killed the radio star was the first ever music video.
Yeah, it wasn't Adam
Okay,
Ant.
and what was the other one? What was the other one?
Counting
not
Crows,
Radiohead?
This Desert Life.
Counting Crows. Oh,
That
that's
was
right.
the era
You
when
used
he's
to-
broken up with Courtney Cox by then. So a lot of the songs actually are about Courtney Cox. Sad breakup album song.
Yeah, you'd always said them and Matchbox 20 were a couple of the best concerts you'd ever been to.
Well, I've grown up since then. Matchbox 20 is really cool, but I haven't listened to them in a long time, so they haven't made the cut.
Well, not album. I'm saying concerts.
Yeah.
You said that they were one of the better concerts you'd been to.
I've never been to a Counting Crows concert, but Matchbox, I went to one in Colorado, and the main guy, Rob Thomas, got altitude sickness. So halfway through the show, he left and went to the hospital. So he did an encore.
Oh, no.
And the encore concert, it was months later, they came back for the fans, and it was free. And it was pretty nice. He did a lot of just covers. It was cool.
Okay.
It was right when
he was just lonely.
It was right when Michael Jackson was under trial for the 43rd time, or being accused of stuff, and so they did a whole free Michael Jackson. They played 3 or 4 Michael Jackson songs in their style, so it was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Excuse me.
Maybe gave you a little taste of his soon-to-be solo career.
Rob Thomas and Sinbad for life. Always Sunny shout out.
All right. Most rewatchable film or TV show, and why?
Jeez. Come on. Are you serious? Anything by Wes Anderson. Anything by Wes Anderson you can watch over and over.
Okay.
In fact, one time I watched Fantastic Mr. Fox for an entire weekend on repeat. And I was doing cough medicine the whole time, but it was one of those where you can't tell where the movie starts or ends because you're high on cough medicine. I was young. But all of his movies are so fun to watch. Grand Budapest Hotel, Tenenbaums.
That's a
Wes
great
Anderson
movie.
jerk. Yeah. All of his movies are classics in their own way. I still have to see Bottle Rocket. That was his first one. But yeah, Wes Anderson or Tarantino. Why not? Same thing.
Okay. Just any of their movies you could just watch.
Yeah, it's just fun.
What movie do you think holds the record for you most watched?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah,
I was not expecting that answer.
I watched that a lot.
Okay.
Maybe Space Jam. Because when Space Jam came out on VHS, I watched that back to back over and over. It drove my parents crazy and my brother.
Were you one of the kids that would just dream of how you would put together your Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
No, I just like the that's a cool notion, but really I just I like the whole carefree, live life in the moment and take advantage of what you can type of phenomenon of the movie.
Okay.
And I really like the voice acting of his it's been so long since I've seen it now, I forgot everyone's name. But his best friend. Whatever. But he did
gosh.
that.
No, I can't think of his name.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole. Yeah.
I
this
love
is the
how
sausage
everyone...
king of Chicago.
I was gonna say, I love how everyone following that movie for a long time. If you were a party pooper or you were a spoiler, what was her name? You were Trudy. You were a real Trudy, his sister.
Yeah.
You're being a real Trudy right now, trying to get me in trouble, trying to rain on my parade.
By the way, loved her. That was a big high school crush of mine. Even though she was 30 by the time I saw that as in high school.
I can't give away mine for when my interview comes around, but I
we're not going to
have
do you.
one.
You're not going to get. No, this is your last interview. Actually,
I don't get one.
There's a man behind that door with a gun.
What sport would you compete in if going pro was guaranteed?
You mean assuming like I trained for it before I'm 36?
Yeah, like, so what could you see yourself doing for like 15 years that you absolutely loved? You would have made a career in it. You're guaranteed you'll go pro at like, between 18 and 22.
Oh boy. I suppose I could do those slaps.
Really?
Yeah, it'd be fun.
What a pro slap person, like dumpling.
Slap them up. Yeah. If you want to get more, down to earth, I guess I would love to be a pro skateboarder, but I've never had that talent.
No, but you're guaranteed the talent in this scenario. So you were one of those kids that was on Tony Hawk.
Going back to hypotheticals, right? So one of my hypotheticals is you can be in any sport. So it's very similar to what you asked me, but you'll never receive money for it. You're just the master of it. No sponsorships, nothing. So I ask that a lot, and my answer is usually breakdancing, pop locking, dancing, that kind of thing. I'm not a good dancer, but that's my new answer. Is that
spin on your head? Well, that's a sport. They have that's a professional sport. They have a league for breakdancing.
People make money.
So yeah, it terrifies me with some of the high risk moves that they do because I've seen people like break their arms and their legs and shit. Breakdancing.
Oh yeah.
So like, have you ever seen those dudes that have like a permy like callus on their head from like head spinning and sliding and shit?
No, that's terrible.
It's wild.
It's worth it.
So like
spinning, son.
You got two topics left. Hopefully we can make them count. All right, let's see. Little one. Oh, what was your favorite fad? Your favorite fad? It could be fashion. It could be like an event. It could be like a toy.
I liked when baggy pants were in.
Okay.
I don't think they should ever come back, but the Jinko jeans and all that, I was really into that situation. I still will never wear tight jeans, just because, I got a bit of a muffin top type of physique. So baggy pants will always be in for Josh. But the super baggies were fun, and the big old fat pockets, and like, it was actually, to me, it was really attractive when women wore them. Like, it just, you're just cool. You're just so super cool, swinging and flowing,
Like the Brittany Murphy and Clueless look?
Yeah.
Like her first look.
Yeah. Some flair on them, too, maybe. Like the old, what do they call those in the 70s? The
bell bottoms?
With the bell bottoms? Yeah. I don't ever want to be
those are coming back.
Tight in the groin, but they should stay back. They should just stay back. Stay in. Don't stay back.
Yeah.
Stay in.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, as far as other fads, let's go quickly to video games. I liked the RPG, turn-based RPGs when that was really in early 2000s. There was 30 out per year. Now you have to like go on your phone to find a JRPG. As far as
was
movies,
that like Final Fantasy?
Final Fantasy type stuff, yeah. Or StarCraft, like the real time strategies as well. They used to be like the game, and then first person shooters took over.
Gotcha. And then you said into movies.
Quickly on movies, I like this new fad of I think movies with a twist, or movies with a surprise, or mysteries, mystery thrillers, psychological stuff. I think they're coming back into fashion. As a matter of, this is talked about on Popcorn and Beers or other thing, but I think that's the new fad that's coming back to get butts in seats in the theaters.
Gotcha.
Having a gimmick, sort of. I like. So
you're talking about like the stuff that M. Night Shyamalan was trying to do, but not his style. You're talking more Murder on the Orient Express, Death on the Nile, stuff like that.
When there's something that you don't know yet. You know what I mean? Even with like Memento, Shyamalan Ding Dong. We're watching Glass Onion for this upcoming Popcorn and Beers episode, and I love a mystery. Orient Express. Yeah, that's
Death on the Nile.
That's cool. Oh yeah,
you got to check that out with Miss Gal Gadot.
I would love to.
Last question. I think it's on HBO. Last question. So if you were stranded in the middle of nowhere, what would be your go-to activity, and what would you have supplied to you if the supply was infinite? Like you could go to a box and you would just have a supply of whatever that was.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Well, yeah, it would be food-based. It would be cooked bowl of beans.
Okay, just beans. Wow, that's right. You can have anything, and you're like, nah, I'm just gonna stick to my beans.
Well, if it's an infinite supply, and it's nice the way I make it, so it's a little bit of juicy, so you get your moisture as well. I mean, it's not your full water intake for the day, but you'll survive off of good old fashioned beans with some juice in them. Maybe a little ham bone in there. I don't know. Now, to pass the time, I would do what I normally do, which is talk to myself, have negative thoughts, and I beatbox. So when most people would like hum or just look at their phone or whatever, I tend to beatbox just to myself, not like out loud performatively. I try to stay away from that because it's annoying. But even when it's like inappropriate to make a bunch of noise, like in a doctor's office or whatever, I'm beatboxing in my mouth, like clicking my teeth together. Like it's almost like, who else does that is Foo Fighters guy. He does that with his teeth.
Oh,
I've heard it on
Matt
Grohl, yeah.
Rob Grohl. Or Matt, golly.
Dave
Grohl.
Yeah.
David Grohl. Golly, I can't believe I did that.
He's the only person I've ever I know that does that as well, because he's a drummer. So he was on Conan O'Brien and he showed it off. It sounds, it's kind of like playing a snare, but you do it in such a way that it has rhythm. So actually, one of my teeth is flat, my canines, because it's part of my mouth beatboxing with my teeth in my head. I can hear it in my skull. You know what I mean?
You've just grinded it down.
I'm not grinding it, but I've tapped it so many times that this is a flattened canine.
You've caused human erosion in your mouth.
I am erosion.
That's so funny. When I think about human erosion, I always think of Hulk Hogan, and he like shrunk 3 inches from dropping the big stinky leg drop.
That's human erosion, dude. Now hold on a minute, dude.
Well, brother, that was the end of getting to know the ingredients in the bag, and this episode again is with Joshua Berkeley.
Yeah, also I'm single.
Anything you want to leave the fans with?
Check out my art on JR Berkeley. It's on the gram. Please leave some comments on Gorp. Tell us what to talk about. We'd love to hear your suggestions. And I can probably do 100 push-ups in 2 hours.
And remember, at Gorp Show. Reach out to at Gorp Show and the Sad Fan Cast. We'll see you all at the Sad Fan Podcast Network on YouTube. Thanks for listening.